You are Locked On Texans Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Houston on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
And we have another win to talk about, even if it stressed us out. And I think for the first time in the history maybe of the Locked On shows, we have a former offensive lineman of the team doing the show from the seats of the stadium today, because it was homecoming weekend as they celebrated Andre Johnson once again as he got his Hall of Fame ring today. I am Michael Connor. That's Wade Smith. As you can see, he's still out there hanging out. Great day at NRG Stadium because you swept the Colts. You got to win, Wade. Even if it was a little bit difficult at times, you made it a little bit more difficult on yourself. You found the way to the victory, and that is all that you can ask for.
Man, we found a way to make it interesting. I tell you what, the game was over.
Yeah.
We're going in to score to win the game. You get a fumble on a toss play to Joe Mixon, and you're terrified that the Colts return that back for a touchdown. It ends up being down by contact at the spot where he recovered the fumble, and the Texans defense just stepped up and did what it's been doing over the past few weeks, man. And they made plays and forced the Colts to punt from back deep. It was 4th and 23, I think, on that drive late. And so very fortunate for the Texans to come out with that W. When you look at it and you look at the division standings, the Texans are in the driver's seats right now. And then when you add to the fact that the Ravens lost today too, that's huge when you're talking about having home field advantage in the second round of the playoffs. Because right now the Chiefs are the Chiefs, and right now they're in the driver's seat to have the number 1 overall seed, but the Texans right now are in the driver's seat to having the number 2 overall seed. And that was a big day for the Texans, big game, very exciting. Homecoming weekend, Texans legends are in the building. Andre Johnson was able to get his ring from the Hall of Fame. That was an awesome thing to be a part of, and that's why I'm broadcasting now right here from the stands at NRG Stadium, getting ready to do a post-game photo op and stuff with the legends on the field. And so I'm just excited. It's a great day. My daughter's Mississippi State volleyball team just won, swept Arkansas. It's a great day to be me right now and to be a Houston Texans fan. Let's go.
Hey, that's a great day. Yeah, it's a great day to be you. It's a great day to be all of us. We appreciate you doing it.
Yeah.
All the way from the stadium today with everything that's going on. Hey, by the way, today's episode is brought to you by Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. I think, to me, Wade, as the season continues, every week we have a little bit of a different theme for what this football team has been. I think one of the overriding themes at times has been that they leave points on the field. And maybe they left points on the field today, sure. We'll talk a little bit about the offensive line. You've got a lot of expertise there. There's some question marks right now along that offensive line, no doubt about it. But this team's identity, I think it's showing throughout each week. They're making, outside of the Minnesota game, they're making big plays, as you mentioned, defensively when they need to make big plays. They made Anthony Richardson look really bad. That's the second time this season they've made him look bad in terms of completions. Now, he might not be a very good quarterback in terms of completing passes consistently. They also did it to Josh Allen. And then Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is the identity of this offense. They have to, we know that they need Nico Collins back. There's the Stefon Diggs injury now that's in the mix as well. But, they're going to ride this Joe Mixon, train as far as they can get this thing, right?
Yeah, man. When you look at it, Nico Collins makes the Texans a Super Bowl contender. Right now, they're a good football team, and Joe Mixon keeps them in the hunt to where they can beat other good football teams. But for them to be that Super Bowl contender that we all feel like they can be, you need Nico Collins healthy. And like you said, the defense has just been doing an amazing job. I'm having to walk down to the field right now, so you're going to get a –
if you need to hop out, you hop out for a minute, and I'll keep going. So you just let us know.
No, I think as long as you can hear me, we can keep going.
Yeah, it's fine.
But, I'm just saying, I just look at it like this. They just figure out a way. Hold on. Arian, you good? You not going on the field?
All right.
We're going to the field.
Let go.
This way.
You can put whoever. Hey, is that Arian Foster on the show right now too? Live right
Who
here.
is this? Michael Connor.
That's me. You
the
don't remember
Locked
me,
On
Arian. I was a
Houston
young
Postcast
20-year-old when you were
podcast
playing,
that we
covering
do
you.
after every home game.
That's
Or
love.
after every game for the Texans.
That's love. Yeah. Hey, this man made me a lot of money.
Hey,
He
I
paid
was
me a lot of money as well.
I mean,
We made each other a lot
it
of
was
money.
a mutual agreement.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys made Andre Johnson some money too. Just
Yeah.
saying.
We helped him become a Hall of Famer, even though we took some of his touchdowns away.
No.
Because he took them.
No, I'm gonna say this.
What?
We took so many safeties out that box.
We did do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Our play action game was immaculate.
Talking about.
We gave him a lot of
love
open
him.
looks.
That's the man. That's the man of the hour.
Yeah.
Love him. We'll.
Yeah.
Dang. Look
You
at
don't
this.
get this type of stuff
You don't.
anywhere else. You just don't.
Wade, you've made this show any better than it could ever be. You've already gotten us one special guest. I mean, we're rolling now.
Yes, sir.
Open invite to any of your former teammates that want to come on whenever with us.
I didn't hear the last thing you said. What'd you say the last thing?
I said open invite to all your former teammates. They can always come on.
Yeah. No question.
I bet Arian enjoys watching Joe Mixon play too, because they kind of. I mean, they're not the. I mean, look, nobody matches that Arian Foster.
They're both Cali guys. Cali guys, running backs that tote the note. Joe Mixon was huge for the Texans today. He's been huge since he's gotten back in the fold. He's been the difference maker for them, so they're able to win games and finish games the way they need to. I didn't like the way the Texans finished this game where I'm coming, but it's too loud over there. I didn't like the way they finished this game. They ran the ball 3 times, but they didn't get that first down. You want to finish, in control of things. But like I said, Joe Mixon made a bunch of plays out the backfield catching the ball. He made a bunch of plays running the ball. His 14-yard touchdown was – I got up on my seat. A lot of people got on my seat. It was just beautiful football. He's just a really talented guy. You can tell that he's happy to be here in Houston, and he's playing peak Joe Mixon. And so because of that, the Texans are reaping the benefits and just doing a great job of getting things done.
They are absolutely every single week doing just that. And as you mentioned a moment ago, I mean, the driver's seat, they're now in the driver's seat in the AFC South. The Colts, honestly, I think they'd be a more competitive team if they had Joe Flacco throwing the football compared to what Anthony Richardson's given them. The Jaguars keep losing football games. They're not a concern. And then the Titans are going to be at the bottom of this thing.
Did you see the Titans today? The Titans look so bad today. And I enjoy every
I had to bring that up.
The last time I looked, it was like 52-14. I thoroughly enjoy seeing the score and them getting their head beaten. It's just a beautiful thing.
I have to bring it up every week.
We're doing our thing, but they're doing their thing, being trash as they've always been. So I'm a fan.
He's a big fan of it. We'll get into a little bit more before Wade has to go take his picture here real quick. We're going to give you a couple messages right here on the Locked On Texans Postcast. When you're hiring for your small business, you want to find quality professionals that are on the right role. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs has the tools to help you find the right professionals for your team faster and for free. LinkedIn isn't just a job board. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role in a given month. Over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. LinkedIn knows that small businesses are wearing so many hats and might not have the time or the resources to hire. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedonnfl. That's linkedin.com/lockedonnfl to post your job for free. Terms and conditions do apply. One more quick message. Let me tell you about PrizePicks. You need to get in on the action with PrizePicks. It's the largest fantasy game out there when it comes to daily fantasy sports, with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in winnings awarded every single week with PrizePicks. You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. PrizePicks now offers Venmo for quick and easy deposits and withdrawals into your account this sports season. Download the PrizePicks app today and use the code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 instantly after you play $5 for your first $5 lineup. Again, that's Locked On NFL, the code to get $50 instantly when you download that PrizePicks app after you play your first $5. PrizePicks, run your game. All right, it is the Locked On Texans Postcast following the win over the Colts. I'm Michael Connor. That is Wade Smith making his way through NRG Stadium. He's already brought us a special guest to the show in Arian Foster. We appreciate that, of course. We appreciate the Texans winning, and we would also appreciate I'm going to keep saying it because I know we got 1 week against the Patriots where they won easily. I don't know if I can physically take these games. It's been a long time since we've been this stretched out.
I'm coming. We come. Arian is behind me, so they're going to wait for Arian. So we good.
Yeah, we're going to wait for Arian.
I'm good.
I'm telling you what, I would just like to have 1 weekend of a little bit less stress. Maybe it's going to be Thursday. We'll look ahead to Thursday in a bit against the Jets. But I know, as long as you win.
As long as we come out with W's, I'm going to take them each and every time. This game didn't have to be this close. This game was about to be put away. We fumbled the ball, but we were able to overcome it. And this team, what I found out with this team is that they figure out a way to get it done.
Hey, what did you think? What did you think about the Diggs injury? I mean, obviously, it's concerning when a player goes down non-contact like that. This is an important piece. Obviously, with Nico Collins, we've talked about not being there. It sounds like he's making a speedier recovery than they expected. So maybe you'll get him back at some point soon. But, they really hope, fingers crossed, they cannot really afford to lose another weapon on that offense for an extended period of time. John Mechie made a couple of plays today, which was nice to see. Hutchinson had a catch. He also had some moments that weren't so good out there in terms of blocking. For Dell on a play at one point. So, there is a reason why Diggs and those guys play every snap and some of those other guys don't. It would be a problem to not have him for a lengthy period of time.
Yeah, just like you don't replace a Nico Collins, you don't replace a Stefon Diggs. But the thing about it is when you give other guys opportunities and they take advantage of them, the loss is not as severe as it would be otherwise. And Xavier Hutchinson making plays, John Mechie making plays, that's a big deal. When Diggs went out, the offense still was able to move the ball and make plays at the receiver position. And so that's a good sign going forward. Like you mentioned, if Nico Collins is able to come back sooner than later, then that'll mitigate a potential loss of Stefon Diggs, depending on how long that's going to be. But I would just say, man, that's the NFL. That's the NFL, and it's tough. It's tough because you're going to lose guys. That's just part of it. But as long as you have other guys that are stepping up and making plays in their place, then the team can go ahead and figure out ways to win games. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. Are you figuring out ways to get the W and get the job done? And that's exactly what the Houston Texans did today. They figured out a way to get the job done. The offense moved the ball enough to get the W. And so that's what ended up happening.
I know you're getting close to the locker room.
Tell them we're waiting on Arian, so you can't take the picture yet. Arian's coming. He's behind me. Waiting on Arian. We not starting without Arian. So just don't worry about me. I'm just letting you know Arian is coming. Arian is actually here. That's a big deal. So they're not taking pictures without Arian. Just so you know.
The guy that led the charge. Led the charge forever. Hold up the line.
They're going to have to take some more pictures. They got to take some more because Arian coming. That's different.
I haven't seen. I was going to say, I know you're by the locker room. You could have just popped in and see if Diggs okay. But I haven't seen anything yet for Diggs, so we don't have an update just yet, unfortunately. So we'll keep an eye out on that.
We're down on the field now. I'm ready to take a picture. How y'all doing? Appreciate you.
Hey, I know that we're talking about injuries and whatnot. Do you like the turf better than the grass? When you played there, it was grass that was on pallets.
Did you like what now? Say that again.
Do you like that turf better than those grass pallets you guys used to play on?
Yeah, this what I'm walking on right now is so much better than what it used to be like, and I'm glad that they changed that up. This is much more productive and helpful for the guys to play the game. I'm walking on it right now. I feel faster than I felt when I was just walking in the hallways. So this is a fast turf. It's a soft surface. So let me hurry up and get in this picture.
Yeah, you do your thing.
I'm gonna mute up for a second, and you can keep talking.
I'll keep talking. This is the most fun we're gonna have on one of these shows. Look at all these Texans legends that Wade is hanging out with this weekend. Look, Wade's a trooper. He decided that he wanted to come and hang out when he's got all this stuff coming on. We appreciate him doing that. It's a big weekend for the Texans, but they get that win again over the Colts today. We'll keep an eye out if there's anything new on the Stefon Diggs front with the injury, as I mentioned a moment ago. We didn't talk a lot. We did talk about the big plays that they made today defensively as well. That's where the big shout-outs have to go across the board here for the Texans as well. I mean, they made a lot of plays defensively when they really needed to, whether it's Danielle Hunter there with a big sack, Will Anderson with some big sacks. Well, Will Anderson's putting together one heck of a season already, 7.5 sacks now. But look at all these Texans legends in one place. Man, they wore matching shirts. That's very nice of them. All getting together, celebrating the Hall of Famer out there today. Maybe if Wade can hear us, maybe he'll just sneak the camera by the GOAT over there in that gold jacket, who's on. Technically, Andre Johnson's on the show right. All these legends are right here on the show right now. Some of these guys might have some snaps still in them as well. I tell you what, just because Wade's taking his picture at this very moment, let's go ahead. We'll get our next quick message in for you here. We'll get back to Wade in just a bit. We'll take a quick look at the next game as well. It's a quick turnaround for the Texans. Thursday night against the New York Jets. We'll see what goes on with that, but we'll get back to that here in just a second on the Locked On Texans Postcast. Tell you right now about the Gametime app. If you're looking to get into the big event, well, go ahead and use the Gametime app. That's right. It is as good as it gets for getting you into a big sporting event, into a big comedy event, into whatever big event that you're looking for. The Gametime app is the app that you need to download right now. They have priority Gametime picks. It's curation that makes it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. All-in pricing. This is a very cool feature. Now, you do have to go into the app and toggle this feature on, but it shows you the total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. They also have the seat views where you get the panoramic view of your seat in the app before you buy. Again, go download this app right now. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with the Gametime app with the Gametime picks. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Redeem code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off. Download Gametime today. What time is it? It is Gametime. It's the Locked On Texans Postcast. We are live here today. I am not on the field in the NFL stadium. The other man is. That is Wade Smith as well. Celebrating a big weekend for the Texans because they won. They got the victory over the Colts today. And two, they were celebrating Andre Johnson out there on the field as well, place that he made. Well, a lot of big plays throughout his NFL career, which is awesome to be able to do that for the first Texans Hall of Famer. But Wade, game balls. You want to give out your game balls for the week?
Got to definitely give one to Will Anderson. Will Anderson did a good job of just getting after Richardson all day long. Had a big sack early on in the first half. Got to give it to Will Anderson. That'll be one. Number two, definitely Joe Mixon's got to get a game ball. He's the big difference maker for the Texans when you're talking about offensive production, making plays when you need him the most. Joe Mixon's definitely got to get a game ball. And then for the third game ball, I got to get at – this is a –
Uh-oh.
Because may keep –
I think Wade's phone – maybe.
Are you? I'm going to give the third one to CJ. Go to CJ Stroud.
Oh, you're going CJ Stroud. Okay.
There's a lot of people that I think could be in the running. CJ Stroud. I thought Devin White came in and sacks. That's big. That's huge against a team like the Colts. But I'm gonna give it to CJ Stroud. He was able to function without his top two receivers, make plays. Had a touchdown pass to Tank Dell. Good.
Uh-oh. I think we lost Wade again. But yeah, CJ Stroud. Wade, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but you're cutting in and out there pretty good. This is our fun of the live show right here, guys. CJ Stroud, though, today, 25 of 37, 285, touchdown, no picks for him. He mentioned he got some guys involved. Diggs got involved. Schultz got involved. Nice to see that. Tank Dell had 35 yards as well. So some good across the board to be able to spread it around. It is going to be interesting to see what this team is able to do. There you are. We lost you for a second.
I had to walk close to the 50-yard line. I was trying to get away from the crowd, but I guess the Wi-Fi is bad.
Hey, what do you – I mean, it's a big old –
The Wi-Fi is bad in the red zone.
Oh, man.
How to get close to midfield.
Well, we'll let you get to your big event here, or hanging out with those people here in just a second. Let's just real quick take a look at the your thoughts on the quick turnaround. First of all, as a former player that has played in some of these, how difficult is that quick turnaround to Thursday? And what do you think the biggest challenge? I mean, this is a different Jets team than the Texans saw last year. We've talked about that Jets game before last year. They went up there and it was the worst game of the season last year. You want a little bit of revenge, even if it's a different Jets team. You want some revenge, but all that stuff, the Thursday night, give me your thought process on how this plays out for the Texans Thursday night.
Well, the main thing is just getting your body recovered from a hell of a ball game. This was a physical game, so a lot of the guys are going to have to recover from that. This week of practice is going to be nothing but walkthroughs. It's going to be a mental few days to get yourself ready for the game against the Jets. The Jets are a team that's reeling right now. They lost to the New England Patriots. If you're going to do 3 games in 10 days, honestly, the Jets is the type of team that you would want to see the first off the bat after you play a tough division game on a Sunday. Now the first game on a Thursday, you got the New York Jets. That would be the kind of team that I would want to see. They're struggling in a multitude of ways. The Texans have to take advantage of that. And that's the thing about the NFL. Even though they're struggling, you still have to take advantage of a team that's struggling. And so, the New York Jets, they've made a bunch of trades. They brought in Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers. That was a big acquisition this offseason. It's not paying off right now. You lose to a team like the New England Patriots. We saw the New England Patriots up close and personal, a couple weeks ago, and they didn't look like a good football team at all. So for the Jets to lose that game, I'm sure they're not feeling too good about themselves. And the Texans have to make sure that early and often they make them believe that they're not the football team that they thought they might have been coming into the season.
And maybe, just maybe, they can get rid of all this Jets talk that happens now. It feels like every time I turn on the TV, it's Jets this, Jets that. Like they're like 2-5.
Right.
Can we stop talking about the New York Jets? They're a franchise that's never done anything since Joe Namath. Like, come on.
Yeah, that was back in, I believe, was that the late 60s, early 70s when they did that? So I would just say this, man. The Jets are a team that has a lot of names, but they don't look like they have a team. They got rid of the head coach. I think a lot of people are upset by the fact that the head coach was let go. And the team has not responded in a positive way since that happened. And so they're in a bad situation. The Texans have to take advantage of that. And the way the NFL works, if you don't come ready to play, anybody can beat you. The Jets will be no different. So the Texans have to come ready to play on Thursday, take advantage of the fact that they're playing against a team that's wounded, and go out there and get the W and be ready to go, because after that, it starts to get really, really tough when you talk about the schedule for the Texans.
All right, Wade, go enjoy your former teammates. Continue your great weekend. We will talk again Thursday.
Frozen, can you hear me?
You got me? I got you. You got me? Uh-oh. Well, Wade, I'll tell you this. If you can hear me, we appreciate you. We appreciate you getting into the show all the way from NRG. We're going to let you go enjoy your teammates. You and I will do it again Thursday night. Until then, we appreciate all of you guys watching. Tell Arian Foster thanks again. Man. We'll see you later right here on the Locked On Texans Postcast.
All right. I got to go pee.
Well, hold on.
Really bad.